From the Captain's Log, star date 7011.9, we are continuing to record a navigational grid for this area of space-time as ordered. Though not far from the Klingon Empire, the mission has been quite uneventful.
Sector 8, 355, photograph restored, Captain.
Very good, Lieutenant. Mr. Selleck, take command. I'm going down to the cafeteria.
Captain, do you recall our chatter with the doc about the transporter and his various misgivings?
Yes, but I can't say I've been losing any sleep over it.
Well, he didn't like being disassembled when transported, and I'd been thinking, if we could create a duplicate of the man to be transported, the original wouldn't have to go anywhere, and there'd be no danger of him losing anything.
Excuse me, Kier, but where do you find a duplicate of a living human being?
Well, I come up with something that now seems to have a bearing on our present situation. Do you ken what tachyons are?
As I recall, they're particles that travel faster than light, for which no one has found a use yet.
And it's the truth, Captain, but only part of it. They cannot travel any slower than light.
They exist in what is called Hilbert space. And just like our universe is made of protons, neutrons, and electrons, Hilbert space is made out of tachyons. And for every proton, neutron, and electron in our space, there is an equivalent tachyon in Hilbert space.
Establish Hilbert space in a transporter, replicate a man in a tachyon form, and then send the copy to the destination. No murder ever occurs, if such in fact is the problem.
It seems to me that...
Wait, Captain, there's more. Our present 30,000 kilometer transporter range is a flight of a gnat by comparison to a tachyon transport. This means we can send a man to Organia from here.
Upon his return, we keep him in Hilbert space until we've gathered the required information he's collected. And then we let Hilbert space go, and the replica becomes so much tachyon plasma in another universe. And our original has never left the ship.
Obviously, Kier, you wouldn't be bringing this matter to me unless you were sure you already had the mechanics solved.
But seriously, it will work. To modify one of the transporter stations is the work of a week.
Good work, Kier. Proceed with your alterations at the transporter and keep me informed. And don't get involved with Doc as to the reality of the duplicate. Captain's Log, star date 7032.1. Upon assurance from Mr. Carrick that there was no bodily danger inherent in his transporter modification, Mr. Selleck was chosen as the logical emissary to Organia. I have decided to keep the apprentice program being instituted on starships in effect for this maneuver. It looks the same. Is everything in order?
Aye, Captain. Invisible shielding. As long as the field is on, the whole interior of the chamber is effectively in another universe. It has to be confined.
What exactly is the procedure?
Same as always, except the distance and the fact he won't disappear. His Tachyon replicate will be sent to Organia automatically to return 1 day after materialization. While the Tachyon replicate is on its way to Organia, we call him out of the transporter. Upon the replicate's return, we re-establish Hilbert space in the transporter chamber and maintain it long enough for the replicate to report.
Mr. Selleck, are you ready?
Yes, Captain.
Well then, Mr. Selleck, into the chamber with you.
Mr. Rogart, energize.
Something's going on, sir. The
become stations. If I send the real Selleck into Hilbert space, he'll die. Yet the other Selleck is here and alive.
Well, which of you two is the original?
I am.
I was afraid you'd say that. Well, let's get one problem settled right now. You shall be referred to as Selleck 1, and you Selleck 2. What in the hell went wrong?
Do not know, Captain. Under the new setup, all the pods were activated simultaneously, allowing for the change in position. But something interfered with the system.
Well, I want to know the hows and the whys. Obviously, they both can't be tachyon constructs. But the most important thing for us to resolve right now is who is the original and who is the replica. Both Sellecks, come with me. On the ship, there shouldn't be any logical problem we can't lick.
Unless, Captain, we think exactly alike, in which case the replicate is superfluous.
Obviously, you don't both think exactly alike, or you both would have spoken the same words at exactly the same time.
True, but not relevant, if I may so observe, Captain. Even if we thought exactly alike at the replicate's creation, our experiences still differ, beginning with the simple fact that we both occupy different positions in space. This creates a difference in our thinking, which will certainly grow larger as time goes by. But the difference will probably remain trivial for quite some time. We are already disagreeing, are we not?
All right, that is enough crosstalk. You both certainly look and sound like the real Selleck, but together you're causing more confusion than he did on his worst logic jags. Selleck 1, go to your quarters until I call for you. Selleck 2, you come with me to the conference room. So, you never reached Organia for even a fraction of a second?
No, Captain. I gained no information. 2 first officers will not work out and endanger the ship. Also, to retain both of us on the ship will be emotionally painful for each. Imagine what it would be like to know there is a second Richard S. Kirk in the universe.
Yes, I see. Well then, what do you propose I do?
You have no choice, Captain. You must destroy one of us.
Even if it turns out to be you?
Even if it is I.
I may take that course, but only after we determine for sure which is the original. In the meantime, go directly to the bridge. Remain there for 10 minutes precisely, and then retire to your quarters.
Very well, Captain.
Mr. Selleck 1?
Here, Captain.
Report directly to the conference room, deck 8.
On my way.
Mr. Selleck 1, sit down. Beginning now, I would like you to wear some sort of unique identification, something that should never leave your person.
Then you had better select it, Captain. Anything that I would choose might also occur to the duplicate.
A logical precaution. Use my Academy ring and give me yours. The differences will only show up under close inspection. I just finished talking to Selleck 2, and his solution to this problem is the destruction of one of you. What is your opinion?
May I suggest, Captain, that it is illogical for me to view this line of argument with complete equanimity. Rick, we are not only shipmates, but friends. To find that you would agree to kill any Selleck did not help but impair my judgment.
All I want from you is the best logic you've been able to bear on any situation whatsoever.
There is truth to my counterpart's statement. You can use difference in our thinking by striking a balance between them to the benefit of the ship until a situation can be corrected. Each of us is complete in attitudes, abilities, and memories. Therefore, for both our purposes, either of us is the original, and there is no reason to prefer one over the other. A difference which makes no difference is no difference.
Very well, Mr. Selleck. For the present, I want you and your counterpart to stand alternate half-day watches. This way I get both of your services continually, and neither of you has to give up his quarters. You are dismissed. Report to the bridge.
Very well, Captain. An ideal interim solution.
Maybe so, but your brother still wants you dead. Is Mr. Selleck there?
Somebody, no, Captain, it's not his watch. As a matter of fact, he did pop in for about 5 minutes, but he just left. You might try his quarters, or shall I take him for you?
No thanks, Lieutenant. Nothing urgent. I'll be in the cafeteria. Kirk out. 0.9. The doctor assures me that due to the perfect symmetry of the Vulcan anatomy, there are no reversals of body parts. Selleck's half-human influence causes him to be right-handed, but his alternate Vulcan ability enables him to easily control this. Engineer Carrick is experimenting with animal transportations and has been getting reverse specimens for the doctor to study, but they die shortly after materialization.
No orders, Captain, and I would not be here except for the gravity of the situation. However, I must report that the entity you call Selleck 1 has barricaded himself in the good doctor's laboratory and refuses to come out without a logged assurance of my destruction and a guarantee of his own life.
Doc, is there anything in your lab that Selleck 1 could use to damage the ship or its personnel?
Probably more things than I could guess, Captain. After all, he is the ship's science officer, but I wouldn't suggest breaking in there with a phaser. The heat, smoke, and commotion afterwards would ruin a lot of irreplaceable equipment. Consider that he may be doing nothing more than he says he is, safeguarding his own life. Why not wait and see?
May I comment, Captain?
Certainly.
The risks are enormous. Surely this move, which is in direct violation of your orders, establishes that he is the replicant, not I. Doing nothing is tantamount to inviting a highly qualified Klingon science officer aboard and allowing him to do his worst.
You think pretty highly of yourself, don't you?
If you doubt that I am highly qualified, Doctor, I suggest you ask the computer for my record.
This is no time for feuding. Why don't you both cut it out now? Chances I'm prepared to take now are those which will keep you both alive until I have concrete proof. For now, we're going to leave things just as they are.
Rick, I'll be getting back to sick bay now.
Very well.